Hello, everybody. I'm back again. First thing I want to do, I want to congratulate Donald Westman out of Ohio. He does a live stream a lot on Sundays. He has Pastor Steve Warren on a lot, and he just got saved the other day, and I want to congratulate him on that. And he bangs for Trump, and been doing it for a long time. He's not been too good of health here lately, and he's not really done too many, but let's pray that God heals him and he keeps on banging for Trump and conservative ways of life. Now what I really want to talk about today is what's come out on the news last 2 or 3 days about these places telling people to leave their car doors unlocked and your trunk's unlocked, or your truck doors, unlocked, and your outbuildings unlocked, door wide open, and leave your front door open, and your keys or your key fob laying right there where the criminal can get to it. And maybe they won't come in and hurt you or your family. Baloney. Have you ever heard anything like that in your lifetime? That they would come out on TV and publicly put that junk out there? That don't defend yourself, but don't defend you and your family and your property. No, let them have it. Just let them have it. Boy, ain't we lost our way. We sure have lost our way. Elections have consequences, don't it? Of course, you know what happened the last election. We can't let that happen again. But people, we have got to stand up this. I'm going to steal a line out of the old grumpy farmer. Are you getting it yet? Have you had enough? Are you fed up? I had a big YouTuber. Now, I mean, he's big on YouTube, been on YouTube for years, sent me an email and told me that we, the people that follow Trump, is like we's in a cult. No, sir, that's not true. That's, I don't worship President Trump. President Trump is a man. It's his policies. For when he left office, in my area right here, gas was anywhere from $1.57 to $1.89. Diesel was a little over $2, highway diesel. Farm fuel was under $2. I could have 1,000 gallons filled up pretty reasonable. It sure as shit. It ain't like it is now. It costs you over $10,000 to have fuel brought in and to try to make a living. I mean, it's his policies. All China Joe Biden has done is weaponize the government to go after his political enemies. And it's funny that they talk about election interference on the other day that with President China Joe Biden's blessing, the Chuck Schumer gets up in the Senate and says that Israel needs a new leader and need to have a new election and throw him out. Ain't that election interference? Ain't that what that is? We have no right, China Joe Biden has no right to tell Netanyahu nothing, Israel nothing, because they were attacked and they had the right to defend themselves, just like me and you have the right to defend our homes and our family. We shouldn't be told, let's put your stuff at the front door and let them have it. No. We have a right in America to defend our family and our property. We've lost our way, people. This been going on for a while. It's really showed its ugly head in the last 4 years, but you take Obama when he said that we cleaned our guns and our Bible. And speaking of that, they've come out with a new term for us, Christian nationals. Ain't no such thing. You know why they say that? Because they're afraid. They better be afraid of God. The devil is in control now. But God is fixing to show them who's boss. You know, we don't know when the end of time is. It's not written. All we can do is trust and have faith in the Lord until that day comes. You know, it seems like the devil's took control and Christians has crawled back into a hole afraid to stick their head out. Well, here's one that ain't afraid to stick his head out and come out of that hole and speak the truth. You know, it may not be the truth that a lot of people like to hear, but it's the truth the way I see it. You know, the thing that's going on in this country with the illegal aliens having more and more rights and taking rights away from American citizens. You know, right now you've got, in the last little bit, you've got a 14-year-old raped up in Virginia, a 2-year-old in Maryland, a 15-year-old, I think it might have been in Chicago or somewhere, I can't remember, raped. Lincoln Riley right down there in Georgia, beat to death. And China Joe Biden gets up there and calls him an illegal alien, and one day later he apologizes for it. And then he calls us a threat to democracy. They don't even know what democracy, yeah, they know what it is, that's what they want, a totalitarianship. We are a constitutional republic. You know, you got censorship. You got the government crawling in bed with all this social media. It's in the Supreme Court right now, where the government tells YouTube, Facebook, or whatever platform, if they don't like that content, tell them take it off, take you off. You know, I've got a little warning for social media. You know, you crawl in bed with a snake, sooner or later you're going to bite you. You might think they're protecting you right now. Well, you know, elections have consequences, and the conservatives can take complete control, and your platforms may be censored or tucked away or rebooted or whatever. You know, it works both ways. That's why we have to come together in this country. You know, where we agree or disagree, these platforms ought to be on there for you to have the discussion. Not told different information or take you off, demonetize you, whatever. You ought to be allowed to have a discussion with your Democratic friends or your whatever political aisle. That you should have an open discussion where you agree or disagree. You shouldn't part enemies. You know, you shouldn't part enemies, and that's what I want to say to my Democratic friends out here listening. You know, the Democratic Party of today is not your mama and your papos and your daddies and your mommies. You know, in my area around here, Democrats tended to be conservative in the years past. I guess the old term for them was blue dog Democrats. Well, they're not that no more. They're just communist. You know, you told their line or they'll destroy you. You know, that's not the American way. I encourage you, my Democratic friends, to put President Trump back in there and give him a chance to get us back, oil independent, or get our fuel costs down, get back, get our world back in some sort of shape, on the back to the right path anyway. You know, China Joe Biden and matter of fact, some of these leaders around the world in the past 4 years have made it their mission to do the World Economic Forum reset of 2030 on a mission to destroy farmers, your ability to grow a backyard garden, to be self-sustainable. They're trying to stop that. As Grumpy Farmer says, are you getting it yet? Do you like going to the grocery store, paying 3 times more, 4 times more? Do you like getting your light bill, paying 4 times as more? Do you like your health insurance to double and triple, your car insurance to double and triple? Not to mention them messing with the vehicles, causing the price of the vehicles to go up. I mean, a new truck today will cost you over $100,000 more than most people get for their first homes. It's unsustainable, people. We're on an unsustainable path. But do you know what the most important thing that we can do today, and if you haven't done it, is get down on your knees and ask God in your heart. And ask Him to protect you and this country and your family. And then when you do that, stand up and put the armor of God on. And let's take the battle to them people for hearts and minds. And fight the devil in this country and take this country back. All we need is the power of God. That's all we need in this battle. You know, Jesus said if you had faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move that mountain. Well, I believe that. I believe if we all come together and have that faith that we can move that mountain. But He also gives us free will. And if you ain't started preparing, go get you. If you've never fired a boomstick, go buy you a boomstick and some freedom shields and start practicing. Because people, they're trying to change the fabric of America. When they tell people to go ahead and unlock everything you've got, crawl back in a hole in your house or somewhere and let them criminals come in and take what you've got and hoping that they don't hurt and kill you or rape your daughter or your wife, you're living in a fantasy world. So I'm going to tell you to start preparing. If you can, raise you a backyard garden. If you can afford it, start stocking up on some extra food. And if you're on any type of medicines, I hear that, you know, they don't like to give out antibiotics no more. And there's a shortage of this, a shortage of that, and the insurance companies are being hacked, and some of the pharmacists refusing to fill prescriptions. Then you better stock up on some medicines too, if you can, if you've got the ability. If you've got the ability to buy you some extra food, if it's on catch it on sale, it don't hurt because it's going up anyway. So we're in a spiritual battle along with a political battle, like I said. We have got to put the armor of God on, and we have got to fight. We have got to fight. We've got to use our mouth. We've got to stand up for right. And we've got to speak out against wrong. You know, if they can censor Glenn Beck with the biggest presidency he got, Tucker Carlson, if they can demonetize them, take them off there. You know, I don't know how long let me be on YouTube, but I'm going to be on here as long as God gives me a breath and gives me ability to come through. So, again, congratulations, Donald, for getting saved and being in the washed in the blood. God bless everybody, and let's take that battle to him. Let's take that battle to him. As Christians, let's stand up and fight for what's right. Because people, with God on our side, who could come against us? If we rebuke the devil together, he has no power. Remember, people, this is going to be the most important lecture of your lifetime. Stand up for President Trump, because he's standing up for us. If they knock him down, then we really, they can do it to anybody. And this country will be gone. Once we go down that road that we're headed, if we let it happen, you know, think about those Jewish people in Hitler's day, what happened. Remember that. So God bless you, God bless Israel, and let's pray for one another in this country and Donald Trump. God bless you, and have a great evening.